12 on both sides. And so y equals 18. So this is an example of how you can use congruent figures to solve problems. Last example on this page, and then we'll stop this video and start back up on the next page. So this question asks us, are the triangles congruent? How do you know? Write a congruent statement. Are the triangles congruent? Well, we're not sure yet. We need to check and see, are all the angles congruent? All the parts? All the sides congruent? Are all those parts congruent? So let's see what we can figure out. Starting with the angles, we can clearly see that angle D is congruent to angle H. They're both marked with one arc. Now let's look at this angle. Angle G is congruent to angle F. So far, I only have two angles that are congruent. But right here in the middle, you should notice something. That we have a pair of vertical angles. So we can say that angle E is congruent to angle E. Wait, that's not the best way to write it. Let's be more specific. Because it's not congruent to itself, it's congruent to its vertical angle. So this is an example where we have to use the full angle name. So, angle DEG, this angle right here, is congruent to angle HEF, the angle on the other side. So all the angles are congruent. It's looking hopeful. Let's go check and see if all the sides are congruent. Well, DG is marked congruent to HF. DG is congruent to HF. DE is congruent to HE. They're both marked with two tick marks. And GE is congruent to FE. All the angles are congruent. All the corresponding sides are congruent. So are the triangles congruent? Yes. How do I know? All matching sides and angles are congruent. And so now, last part of this example, we need to write a congruent statement. So we have triangle DEG. And it is congruent to triangle. Well, I have to match up the corresponding parts. So D goes with H. E still goes with E. And G goes with F. So triangle DEG is congruent to triangle HEF. Make a note real quick that these are the vertical angles that we marked in the middle. Look over your notes, make sure they're completed, and then I'll catch you on the back.